Morning guys, welcome to DOdaily, wake up to walk. Dad's here, just checking in on Friday morning, ready to attack the day, get my walk in. Bit of a dual purpose today. I've had an early morning meeting, so I'm just walking back from Nottingham city centre towards home, but as ever, attacking the day, getting out in the morning, getting in some really useful activity. Nice morning. It's a bit chilly, but considering it's November and I'm walking around in shorts and t-shirt, I don't think I can complain too much. Really feel good this morning, really feeling it. Legs are a little bit achy from running yesterday, but that's a great feeling, isn't it? Again, I always talk about looking for the positives in what we do, and whilst it'd be easy to say, oh, I don't want to get out this morning, my legs are killing me, you know, that means I've done something I really want to do, and that's more important than anything right now. It's really made me feel so much better, you know, not just the fact I've done it, I just feel a bit fresher, feel a little bit more with it, you know, feel a little bit more confident that things are improving. Of course, I've not been able to do it throughout my injury, so it's just really pleasing. But anyway, Friday mornings and what they're all about, you know, this is it, isn't it? Walking. Normally I'd go somewhere quite nice and picturesque, get out in the nature, and whilst I love doing that, of course I'm missing the Robin Hood way. It's all a little bit too much to ask at the moment, because a lot of it's going into uncharted territory, not knowing whether I'm going to have to beat back the bushes or there's going to be lots of trip hazards. So I don't want to do too much with my arm. Missing that. Really do hope I get back to it and finish it off in the next couple of weeks. Or I'd just go somewhere that's green and, like I say, picturesque. And I've not done that today because of the errand I had to run. So it's just about getting the walk in wherever I can. You know, walking back from town to home, it's always a nice walk. It's only about a mile, so whilst it's not got the views, the scenes and all those things, again, I'm still doing what I have to do, and that's really important, isn't it? Waking up with the frame of mind I had, you know, one or two things to sort out today. It'd have been easy not to be feeling it, but for all those reasons I mentioned right at the start of the episode, really feel like I'm flying today already. And that's great going into the weekend, isn't it? Not just going into each day. I spoke yesterday on Thursday Thoughts about the fact I got up and did a bit of coaching with one of the guys who couldn't make it last night, and that put me in such a good sort of place. Do you know, I'd love to do this more. Do you know, I'm always talking about how rubbish I am at getting up, but Friday it gives me that accountability. Sort of building that on the back of Thursday, absolutely brilliant, because everything that was positive yesterday, it's kind of brought itself into today. Do you know, and that's what it's about, isn't it? Do you know, just working off one positive situation, you know, and helping it provide another. I always talk about how the one negative kind of leads into negative. We spoke about that kind of at length as well, didn't we, about having good and bad days on Thursday Thoughts. Check out that episode. Really enjoyed getting stuck into that question, but I tend not to have bad days anymore because I do all the things I need to do to make sure it's good, even when bad situations arise. You know, when upsetting and frustrating situations arise, you know, I can get through it by doing things like this. So today looks like it's going to be promising, you know, and with a quietish weekend ahead, you know, I can actually sort of sit back and think, yeah, I'm getting somewhere, you know, start putting in some solid plans and preparation. It's been a time when I've not known what's next, with lots of exciting stuff on the agenda, you know, lots of plans, mulling over lots of things in the build up to Christmas, the C word, the busiest time of the year, you know, and more plans to do stuff through the running club and all the things I do. You know, this weekend will probably just be quite a nice one where I'm feeling positive, heading into the new week feeling like I can use all the things I know that work for me to sort of overlap into sort of making sure it happens. And that's what it's all about. This is why I do it on a Friday. Like I said, I'd love to do it more. If I can start working back like I have this week, do the Thursday, you know, again, it just sort of, it prolongs that nice feeling of the weekend sometimes. It means that I can sort of extend what I do into, like, I always enjoy the weekend. What I'm trying to say is Fridays feel like part of it. If I start getting up early on Thursday and feeling just as good, you know, it's just extending all that time where I like to enjoy myself anyway, isn't it? Where I like to make the most of what I'm doing. And that's what it's about, guys. Just looking back at this week, you know, I've been talking sorry, I've been talking all morning, so that's why my voice is going. But looking back at this week, I've been talking about sort of being kind and making sure that we look out for others. You know, last week the theme was kind of looking out for yourself and sort of not worrying too much what people say. But that doesn't mean we have to be brutal. You know, we can still be really friendly and kind, and it's been anti-bullying week, so I wanted to put a bit of focus on that. I've said throughout the week it's something I've experienced at times, and it's never nice. We all experience it, whether we're strong-minded, weak-minded. People find a way to sort of get to us and upset us, you know, and manipulate us a little bit. You know, it's just the way it is sometimes. I accept that, although I don't accept it should happen. I just accept it does happen. But I wanted to make a point of that because I'm quite willing to speak about anything, you know, and everything through this. You know, it's just my honest and relatable take on what happens on a day-to-day basis. So I thought it was worth highlighting. And I said right at the start of the week, sometimes people question these awareness campaigns and they ask why we do them. We have to do them, don't we? Because otherwise, when would we talk about it? You know, if you brush things under the carpet, it just sort of goes away until another day when the problem manifests and becomes something it shouldn't. All I'm trying to do is keep things sort of relevant, keep on top of them, you know, keep thinking how we can be that little bit better, how we can make things better for ourselves and those around us. And if we thinking about bullying, you know, we're probably more likely not to do it. Even in small little ways, I was honest enough to say that perhaps at times we were a little bit guilty of not thinking about it, you know, and saying the wrong thing and upsetting somebody, when if we just thought about it, we could say one kind word that makes all the difference. You won't believe, actually, just back in Nottingham city centre, I was running for a bus and a guy on a bike saw that I was likely to miss it, and he stuck his hand out for me and made the bus stop. And then just that, you know, if I'm honest, it probably wasn't the guy you'd expect would do that, but just that made me think, what a nice gesture, what a nice thing to do, you know. And that's all it takes, isn't it? He's going to feel better for doing it. I feel better that he's doing it. I've just said there, I probably already made a preconception that he wasn't going to do it, but he did. And that's all it takes sometimes, you know, that nice gesture. You know, he might go off feeling good about himself. I felt good about myself, you know, and I've got something to say, so it's something I could talk about, but he can probably take it into his next action as well. And that's all that matters, isn't it, you know? It's just being the best possible person you can be at times. You know, sometimes things get to us, sometimes it's difficult, but it's about being the best person we can. And that's all we need to eradicate bullying, isn't it? You know, if you know you're doing something good, if you know you're doing something positive, if you're encouraging, if you're supporting, if you're saying the right words, it doesn't have to be articulated, it doesn't have to be big long speeches or sentences, a bit like DOdaily. It just means saying the right word at the right time, and that's what really, really matters. I thought that was important to sort of discuss this week, and like I say, it has been kind of the theme. It's been a tricky one for me in many ways, with my injury being up and down, but I think I found a way to stay on top of it, stay positive, stay excited and about the things I'm doing, and encouraging about what others are doing, and going into this weekend, like I say, with a quiet one, a real quiet one. I said that last week and it ended up being really busy, which is not a problem, is it? Whilst I do like to plan and prepare, a little bit of spontaneity is good as well. You know, it just keeps us fresh, and sometimes they're the best ones, aren't they? You know, when we haven't put too much thought into it, because we can do our own head in a little bit, building things up, expecting a little bit too much. So what I'm saying is, sorry, if you follow that sort of mantra of being positive, sorry, I'm going to get run over, and being forward thinking, you don't have to think too much, one day at a time, you know, and that's all it's about. Be nice today, say the right things, you know, do the right things, and you'll wake up tomorrow in a brilliant mindset, you know, and ready to attack another weekend when perhaps you get a little bit more time. If you don't, it just builds you up to when you will get a little bit more time. I understand people have to work, people have to do other things, but for today, it's been one of those for me where kind of had to fit it in around this meeting. I don't like doing it, but again, it's nothing to be down about. I still get a chance to say what I say, say what I'm thinking, feel good about what I'm doing. You know, I'm nearly home, so I'm going to check out, but other than everything I've said, have a cracking weekend. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. It's really important to me. I'd be feeling good if you did that. So just drop us a like, drop us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't, that would be amazing. And I'll be back on Monday looking to instill some Monday motivation. Hopefully I've had a really good one and I can put that message across and we can get the week off to a flyer. Until then guys, like I said before, have a good one. Just doing it.